what I'm about to say is considered blasphemy. Doctor Who sucks. Yes, I really did just say that. And I mean it. But only for the current series. Because it didn't used to be shit. But it is now. I don't quite know where to start on this one, to be honest. You see, Doctor Who revolves around change. There's all these things that can change. Companions, the TARDIS, the sonic screwdriver itself, the Doctors himself. Yeah, everything in that show changes constantly. It's like it's in flux. And as my subscribers might know, I hate change. I made a video about it after all. And so maybe that's why I'm not a full Whovian. I'm only a semi-Whovian. Why have I gone Doctor Who all of a sudden? Well, as it happens, I watched one clip on the official Doctor Who YouTube channel. And then another. And another. And another. And another. And before I knew it, I'd watched 50 of the things, and I was a semi-Whovian again. And among the clips I watched were the regeneration cycles of 9 to 10, 10 to 11, and 12 to 11 to 12. And also the theme tunes and the openings and sorts. Now I'm going to be perfectly honest here. Back when David Tennant handed over the reins to Matt Smith, I was one of those critics. I didn't want David Tennant to go. I didn't want to see Matt Smith. And I was one of those same cynics, critics, whatever, who was metaphorically in tears when Matt Smith was gone, when he left. And to tell you the truth, that was the last Doctor Who episode I ever watched. Time of the Doctor, wasn't it? Yes, the 2013 Christmas special. Well, that's not actually true. The last one I watched was actually Midnight, which I watched just the other day. 2 days ago, in fact, at the time of uploading. Or recording, at least. Because I missed an awful lot of Doctor Who episodes. Anyway, the Time of the Doctor was the most recent episode I watched, as in the most recent in terms of production and release and all sorts. All I've watched of Peter Capaldi are his initial appearances in Day of the Doctor and Time of the Doctor, and a few clips on YouTube. That's it. And one person told me that I was giving 0 chances to a wonderful Doctor. And I say wonderful whilst making those sort of bunny ears with my hands, my fingers, whatever. And to be honest, I'm not able to watch Doctor Who. I don't have a television. I mean, I have iPlayer, but that's it. And I don't always watch iPlayer. I'm on YouTube all the time, or my games. So how is it that I watched Midnight? Daily Motion, that's how. However, I've already seen enough to convince me that the new series, as it is at the moment, sucks. And here's the first of them. See if you can guess what it is. Well, here we go. Well, it sounds kind of how you'd imagine it to sound. Lots of bells. You kind of associate those with clocks. Like where it's going at the moment. My ears! Seriously, that's like the audio version of an acid trip. Now, I don't know what an acid trip feels like, or what it looks like, or something, but I'd imagine that's how it sounds. It's god-awful. Seriously, this isn't some episode of Scooby-Doo. This isn't when they've suddenly discovered that, oh, the guy who runs the fairground is the mummy or something. This is Doctor Who. And it sounds like a fucking acid trip. After I first listened to that, I had to go to an actual doctor because my ears started bleeding. I'm joking, of course. They didn't start bleeding, they fucking exploded. Then the series took a physics fail. You know how the moon is up in the sky? Yeah, I'm sure you all know what this one is about. Kill the moon. Oh dear. Seriously, the moon starts gaining mass. I almost said weight, but mass and weight are two completely different things. The moon starts gaining mass, which is impossible, because it's supposed to be an egg, right? Well, take a normal chicken egg, for example. You see, a normal chicken egg doesn't work like that. Because an egg, you know, the hard bit, that's a seal from the outside world. When it gets laid, everything that's inside it is all it has to work with. The only way it can gain mass is if that seal gets broken and you start putting things inside. It can't just magically gain mass. Can you imagine the havoc that would wreak with our tides? I mean, already the moon is the majority tidal force on our tides. But what if it became the only tidal force? Well, it probably wouldn't be much difference, actually. Okay, I rescind that. But the fact is, it's a 100 million year old egg. And the instant the creature is born, it lays another egg. Like it's born pregnant or something. What is it? A fucking aphid? Is it a massive space aphid? Are you sure about that? And then there's the fact that the egg took 100 million years to go from laying to hatching. Well, yeah, because you put it in orbit of the third planet around the star, rather than put it in orbit of, oh, I don't know, a great big really hot star like Rigel. And then there's another thing that peeves me. Really annoys me, actually. You know, back in 2010 when they made all that song and dance about these new, even more deadly, pure versions of Daleks, the Paradigm Daleks. You know all that song and dance that was made about them? They haven't been seen in 3 years. Approaching 4. Apparently, the costumes, these Paradigm Dalek costumes, are kept in the same part of the warehouse as the Peter Cushing Daleks. The Peter Cushing Daleks? Which ones are those? The Daleks from the best left forgotten Doctor Who and the Daleks movies in the 60s. Hang on, you can't just sweep them under the rug like they never happened or something? You made all this song and dance, and now you're just gonna forget about them because they were too colourful. Come on! Seriously? I mean, I've got on my desk right now a red and gold Dalek called the Supreme Dalek from the Stolen Earth. That wasn't too colourful. In fact, it was very nice to get such a colourful Dalek. But then when the brand new ones came along, the ones that I really liked, to be honest, they're suddenly too colourful. Really? Well, let's think about all the other colourful Daleks. Oh, the black Daleks are not particularly colourful, but still quite a break from the norm, huh? And then Imperial Daleks from the 80s, white and gold. And then the other Supreme Dalek from the 70s or something, that was black and gold with purple lights on top. They actually brought back said red and gold Dalek for the Magician's Apprentice, or was it Witch's Familiar? I can't remember, I don't know. Yet, it's already been established that the new Supreme Dalek is the White Paradigm Dalek. And of course they've gone and swept him under the rug and pretended that he never existed. Because the customer is always right or something. Those problems and a litany of other problems are just some of the reasons why I haven't watched one of the Capaldi Doctor Who episodes. I don't want to. I mean, some of the stories are pretty compelling. I want to watch Time Heist. But I don't want to. One, because Capaldi's in it. Two, because the writing of this series has been utterly dreadful. Who's to say that there's something really, really bad in it? Some stupid thing like, I don't know, personal disintegration devices that actually turn out to be teleporters. Oh yeah, and then there's another thing. I hate the design of the new Cybermen. Because they look too modern to me. I liked the old 2006 ones, because they actually looked like robots. And now they look far too modern. Yeah, I know, they've evolved for 1,000 years, but fuck off. Alright? They look stupid. They're always supposed to look clunky, and now they don't look clunky anymore. They look streamlined, even their faces. It looks like they're... You know how Arnold Schwarzenegger played the Terminator, how he smiled in Terminator 2 Judgment Day? You know, it kind of looks like they're trying to smile, but they're failing miserably. Like a gaunt, featureless smile. In fact, almost a bit like Wallace from Wallace and Gromit, with those really wide lips and mouth and... Arrgh. And someone get them some cough drops. Their voices sound wrong. Sound a little hoarse. So, you know, that one guy who said I give 0 chances to a wonderful doctor, he's right. I give 0 chances to this guy. I don't want him. I would rather go and watch every single episode of Eccleston, Tennant, Smith, Hartnell, Troughton, Pertwee, Baker, Davidson, Baker, McCoy, McGann, Atkinson, Sharda, you know, everything that isn't Capaldi. Who knows? Maybe the next Doctor will actually be entertaining. Because I don't like Capaldi as the Doctor. It doesn't work for me. And you can't blame me for being a bad Whovian, because I never said I was. I said I was a semi-Whovian. Big bloody difference.